She's ripped Scary apart a couple of times.
Like
on
a
the
piano falling out of the sky.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh, is it time?
Here it is.
It is.
We're here again.
It's time to do another 15-minute morning show podcast. Yay! I'm doing laundry. I'm folding laundry.
I know.
These are my husband's underwear. Anyone want to sniff? Anyone?
No, they're clean though,
Hopefully
right?
they're clean.
Show us.
I know, hold on. Yes, clean.
Nice. Very nice.
What's his brand? What's his brand that he goes to?
I'm not going to say because it's embarrassing.
Okay.
Oh, really?
It's embarrassing.
Joe Boxer.
Move
You guys
on,
wear the same
move
size?
on. No, we don't. No, and as a matter of fact, Alex wears his underwear until they're so stretched out they just fall off.
Oh, gosh, no.
Nice.
So you
I
like
can
that?
appreciate that.
How
I
often
bought-
do you guys replenish your underwear?
Never.
I do a huge underwear purchase once a year.
Really?
Okay.
When I get a hole in
You
the
buy
ball
huge underwear?
area, that's when I get new ones.
When you get a hole in your
hole?
underwear?
Yeah,
In the ball
I
area.
get holes like below my balls, and then I throw them out.
Why?
I got to tell you, my Mac Weldon I've been wearing for several years, I don't throw them out. I add to them because they never get holes. They never wear out. I know that they're a partner of ours, and I know blah, 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 but they're great underwear.
I've got my Mac Weldon on right now.
Me too.
I'd like to know why Scotty's right below the ball area is where he gets the hole.
Because he's
Like,
scratching there and
Are
digging
you
there.
scratching there?
No, I don't know. And they're boxer shorts too, so they shouldn't. They're low. They're low, so I don't know.
You bike riding?
Weird.
Sometimes
Your
I
balls are
remember, that
stressing
left
the
one is
fabric.
bigger than the right, so maybe it rips through. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
All right, well, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on when you're watching. There's Froggy, there's Danielle, there's Gandhi, there's Garrett. What are you drinking, Garrett?
Orange soda. I
you
went
go.
out to the store yesterday and go, I haven't had orange soda in the longest
Sounds
time.
good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Sunkist.
Straight Nate, and there's Scary, and there's Scotty B, and of course Brody's in the den. And here I am. I'm folding laundry. You guys do this. I got to fold laundry.
Oh, come on. No, don't do that to us.
Can I ask Garrett a question really quickly about his orange soda?
Yeah.
Is that going to cause you trouble later in the day? Because I know that you are type 1 diabetic, correct?
Great question, Gandhi. No,
Okay.
this is actually Diet Sunkist. So
Okay.
I'm good. I can drink this all day.
Great. You'll perish from all the chemicals in that.
Oh,
Oh,
you
God.
should.
Here we
Scary,
go.
scary.
Get off your high horse. Get off the
diabetic.
pulpit.
You're
Get
a
off the
doctor of
pulpit.
fat loss.
Listen.
But once you're off of it, you're going to eat all the...
They
you'll-
say if
oh
you're going
my
to drink a
God.
soft drink, you may as well just drink the drink and not the diet version of the
They
drink.
actually
do, but
because it's
they
worse.
do.
Okay.
They do
Scary,
say
he's
that, but he
diabetic,
can't do
Scary.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that would pose a problem.
Yeah, he's a
Diabetic.
diabetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot up some
So
insulin.
in the last minute, Gandhi questioned whether Garrett knows what he can drink or not, but in a caring way. And then Scary rolled in with, "You should probably kill yourself, Garrett, and have regular soda."
Yes.
Don't diet split.
Hey, guys, do you remember when Pajamagram.com used to advertise with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, well, they don't anymore, but I actually got these Santa Claus pajamas for Alex. I'm folding those up today.
Very
Oh, wow.
nice.
Oh,
There's little belts around. It's like a soft pajama.
Is he
Is
still
that
wearing
the one
them?
with the butt flap, Elvis?
Yeah, yeah. Is there an ass trap on that
Oh,
thing?
God.
Those are Dr. Denton's. Remember those?
Yeah, no, there's no ass trap on here, but but the bottoms have these, that at the bottom. Isn't that cool?
Aw,
Yeah.
that's
I know.
cute.
You should
Yeah,
get
you
them
guys
socks
want to
with
talk
bells.
about like vomiting and ball sweat and shit. I want to talk about pajamas. I really see a divide on the show. Every day you want to talk about vomiting in balls or taking a dump in someone's mouth, and I want to talk about daisies and puppies and
Nobody
things.
has-
It's like we have two different things.
Who took a dump
Nobody
in
in
someone's
here.
mouth? Scotty, would you like to?
No. I draw the line.
Oh, my God.
This is why I don't want to
You have
participate.
no line, Scotty.
Yeah,
But the
Scotty
thing that
does it.
scares me, the thing that makes me sad is people love it. They love hearing you talk about all this crazy stuff that.
Not only do my parents chime in and they listen to this thing and watch it, they have their friends also on board as well. So now
my.
they're spreading it amongst their crowd. I'm like, what do you love about watching us all day? And my mother's like, I don't know. It's fascinating. It's a new medium for me.
Okay, I got a question based on that. Am I the only person in this Zoom room who is still scared of my parents? Everyone else seems like, okay,
No,
my
I'm
parents
scared
will
of
listen
your
to this, no
parents.
problem.
Well-
Yeah, you're scared of my
Yeah.
parents.
Let me tell you,
No.
if my parents appeared today, I'd be scared because, well, they passed away. So maybe there's a little bit of a fright
Sure.
thing there. Yeah.
I always just wonder if I operate weirdly because I am obviously a full-grown adult and I still always think about, like, what are my mom and dad going to say? What are my mom and dad going to think? And I think I might need to get over that. So I wasn't sure if you guys felt the same.
Obviously, it says a lot about how you were raised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their systems in the house and what their belief systems were, and plus, being of Indian descent, I'm sure that has a lot to do with it as well. Respect for parents is is something very unique to you and your co-Indians, right? I mean,
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Talk about it.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where I always just worry about, one of the big things in the Indian community. My parents do not do this, but a lot of Indians are like, what's everyone else going to say? And I know what everyone else is saying, which is terrible stuff. So I'm like, oh, I don't want my parents to be exposed to people saying bad things about me or hearing something that they think, oh, you shouldn't say that. So this job is very strange sometimes.
Yeah, I was about to say that may be very challenging if
Yeah.
you're on the radio saying whatever comes to your mind.
Exactly.
So
Here we
Danielle,
are.
you afraid of your mom, Danielle?
I'm not afraid of her, but I definitely think of what she would think because, I always, my mom, she's very straight and narrow and a lot of things she, when she watches a sex scene on television, she covers her eyes and stuff. So there's a lot of things that I go, oh boy, my mom would not be happy about that, So
Years ago, and Scary will fess up on this one because he was here, and Brody. Years ago, when we would say things on the air, and you would steer away from them, Danielle, because you were afraid of what your parents and your husband would say.
That's
yeah,
true.
You're like,
yeah.
I can't talk about that because
They've got used to it now.
You were always so guarded, and that's a major change.
Now that I'm like, just turn it off.
in
Just
your
turn it
journey.
off. Yeah, because they know.
I was just talking about Mac Weldon, and all of a sudden, I got an ad from Bonobos on my
Of
phone.
course.
Of course you did.
Listening in. Stop listening to me. Stop.
That's the social dilemma at work.
Well, yes, this happened to me yesterday. I wanted to look up aquamarine rings because that's my birthstone, and I was interested in something. And a whole buttload of them came up this morning, and I'm like, this is not. This is crazy.
So you guys got me to watch that on Netflix, and everybody should watch The Social Dilemma. But there's this one sequence where they keep going back to where these three guys have control of the son, and they're like, he's been off his phone. Hit him with this ad. Now do this, and press this button. And it's obviously, a dramatization or whatever you want to call it. But this is what's going on. This is how they're pulling the strings.
They
and
know
you're
what
just
does it.
Nothing but a puppet for a shill for them.
Right. And when you respond to one, they know that that's what you respond to. So then you get
Yes.
more and more of those things.
Yep.
I think Elvis's phone heard him talking about Mac Weldon, and they're like, hit him with the Bonobos ad.
No,
No, of course.
Clearly,
I agree.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So right before Christmas, we bought my sister's boyfriend this artisan drink maker thing, and I didn't know what it was. So I asked Allie, goes, "What's that?" And she described it. I happened to go to the store 10 minutes later, and before I get into the store, there is the push notification ad of the same thing I just described to Allie, as if it was like, okay, you should buy this when you enter the store.
You know what's so funny about that, Garrett, is we always go, oh my God, and talk about it. Why are we surprised anymore?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like,
not.
oh, yeah, they were listening to me because it happens to us. It's still kind of freaky, I think.
But the simple way of turning it all off, but we can't because of Instagram and Facebook and all that, is just turn off your microphone. That's the key, essentially.
You also have to be careful. Like I've noticed too, the worst thing you can do, and they explain this in the movie, is click on an ad that, like Instagram, all of a sudden an ad shows up and you like that item. If you click on that ad, you are never going to stop getting things of that show up in your timeline because now it's gotten you. So now I've gotten to the point where if I see something that I like, it's not quite as bad. You can go use DuckDuckGo, which is the search engine that doesn't track everything you do. I'll go look at it over there so that I don't get inundated with ads of it later on, because maybe I just want to look at it once and then I don't want to see it again.
Brody, you're so quiet. What's going on?
I was just thinking about, like you guys were saying about you hide this from your parents or you're afraid of your parents. And I was thinking, I am exactly the way I am 100% because of my mother. So no matter what we talk about, she'd be like, oh, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. He's talking about hookers. Did I ever tell you guys? I know I told some of you the story about when the dean called my mother because I was, we had a substitute teacher. And I was making jokes and writing fake names on the attendance list and making everybody laugh. And the substitute teacher got upset, sent me to the dean's office. And the dean called my mom. And he says, Ms. Brody, I have your son here in my office. And so she got nervous. Is he okay? Is he okay? She says, nope. He was in class and he was extremely humorous and disrupting everybody. And all I heard him say was, no, that's a bad thing. I understand you're proud of your son, but he was not doing what he's supposed to. I'm sure he gets it from you, ma'am. Yes. And so she took it as a compliment, that I was being funny and disrupting the class, and he got more upset that she wasn't upset.
It's so cool, though, that your mom thinks that way.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, don't mess with Mama Brody. Don't talk bad about her son. She will come down on you.
Oh.
She will bring the
Yeah,
thunder.
she's ripped Scary apart a couple of times.
Like
on
a
the book
piano
of this
falling
podcast.
out of the sky.
Are you serious?
Brody told her, tattled on me. You ratted me out about what I said about you. You told her that, and then he got her on the phone to bitch me out about and scold me about, don't you dare talk about my son like that.
Well, what she said was, if you criticize him, you're criticizing me.
Yeah.
So don't you dare criticize
You
me.
know the
I love
apple
that.
doesn't fall far
Brody,
from the tree.
That
So
is-
that's-
That is
Oh, man.
that's such a sweet telling thing about your mom. I love
Yeah.
that.
I know, but Brody had to go to his mom to rat out Scary. I mean, what are we, 10?
I love that.
Mommy.
I'm gonna tell my mommy.
It wasn't like that, but if I
That's
don't
what it
tell her, she
sounds
gets
like,
angry.
though.
But it wasn't like that.
That's like a click above. My daddy can beat up your daddy.
No, it was like that, guys. Don't let him bulldoze you and let
I
him
know,
you think
Scary, I'm
anything
with
else.
you.
It was about
Scary.
orange. It had to do with orange juice.
Scary. He could have had a simple conversation with his mom, and then it turned into that.
It was
or
about
maybe he
orange
did.
juice.
Mommy. We don't know.
Well, he put his mom on the podcast, and she took my side also.
Right.
I can't win.
Oh my gosh, your whole mom
I
didn't
had-
even take your side.
I had a coworker's mom have a conversation with me because she didn't like that I said he had a dark heart. So she told me, is there just a different way for you to phrase it on the air so that you don't say he has a dark heart because he has a heart issue? I was like, you told your mom on me? You weirdo. Okay.
God.
Who does
Can I
that?
admit something to you guys?
Yeah.
So the other day, Nate was talking about how when he goes to have sex with his fiancee Heather, he has to tie his hair up so it won't fall on her face. Did
Yeah.
you find that kind of hot? Wasn't that like a hot conversation?
Oh, I
It
love
is
it.
kinky.
Yeah.
Not this hair, Elvis. Oh my God. Hang
So
on.
is that what it looks like? Right? Oh, it looked like you had it back.
Okay. Here's what I want you to do. Put the camera right under your face where you look down on it. So we'll have the Heather perspective.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
Okay. No. You got the camera has to go flat, looking at the roof of the ceiling. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, yeah, he can't
All right,
put the
all right,
computer down.
That's what she
All right.
said.
Here we go. Okay. Now he's on. Okay. Look. I'm like, oh my
Oh, God.
So I
Honey,
see what
can you
she's
put
going
your
through.
hair up?
She's getting a hair in her mouth from the wrong place.
Justin Timberlake,
Headbanging.
circa 19.
Sideshow Bob
Wait,
is having
hold on.
sex.
Wait, hold on. You don't do that, do you? Like
No,
flailing your head around?
Jerky at times, but I mean,
Jerky.
No wonder you had a
honestly,
stroke when you were
depending on
having
what
sex.
position you're doing, the hair can
Now-
do this and
Oh my gosh.
Now show us on the monitor where the mirror is.
that. Look at that.
What are you doing now? What is that?
Look at that hair.
Well, what are you doing? What's
Well,
What
no,
position
I mean,
would that be?
Depending on when you're, repositioning, it can get in the way,
I don't know. There's, what my favorite thing is when they have a necklace on it. It starts dragging in your eye. You're like,
Oh.
stop. you don't want a crucifix in your eye when you're having sex. I'll take
Does
it.
Alex wear the big horn?
The moika or whatever that thing is called.
Maloika,
Yeah.
whatever.
The bullhorn thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so weird to have a crucifix like dragging across your face when you're,
Or hitting you in the balls. Yeah,
Right.
that's a little weird for sure.
As
Here
you
we
do the
go.
most ungodly things. I know.
Back to balls, everybody.
You die for your sins, and you're
Can you
committing
put that
to
around
rip
your back,
Scotty's
please?
underwear.
Is hit me in the balls.
All right. Oh God! Now see, I'm being a part of the problem. This is the kind of show I don't like to have. This is so dirty.
Oh,
Go
this
fold
is
the shirt.
fine. No.
Dude, yesterday I was doing dishes while my 15-year-old was watching the podcast, and he's cracking up laughing, and I just turn, and every time I just go, boy, you must be so proud. And he goes, actually, Mom, actually, I am. I'm like, okay, good.
Aw.
Do you know what
Very
hookers
sweet.
are? Do you know what hookers are, Danielle?
Danielle.
Hey, I don't know. You know what? I guess he figured that out. I mean, he may not know it has the name
He
hooker.
does.
Do
He
they
knows.
know?
They know what
but do
hookers
they
are.
call it hookers? Don't they call
no,
them?
Yeah.
hookers is
Hose.
very. Hookers is an
Universal?
Old. We don't use hookers or hose anymore.
Trust me, Danielle. They're on Pornhub
Danielle,
when you're
speaking
not.
of
When
your
you're not.
15-year-old son.
Shut up. What? What, bro?
Speaking of
Brody.
Danielle's 15-year-old son, I wanted to get everyone's opinion. My 17-year-old daughter thinks it would be a good idea if all the kids on the morning show did a podcast.
Oh, jeez.
At least the ones that are old enough. Like
Okay.
an Elvis Duran Jr. podcast.
Why not?
So I said, what would you guys talk about? And they say, pop culture and whatever else is going on in their world. So your son's old enough.
Yeah.
Caden's old enough.
Yeah.
Scotty's kids, not really, but they'd be fun. So I promised I would bring it up.
What's the age limit on this? Because I haven't. That other one's how old is he? He's 11.
Minimum, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 11. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not the 11-year-old.
You don't want
My
your
3-year-old
11-year-old hearing the shit that's going to roll out of my
And
kid's mouth. Trust
that
me.
was always the problem
Oh,
with
that-
that was the problem with teen clubs. They didn't want the 12, 13-year-olds hanging out with the 17-year-olds.
And they didn't want you there either because you were
Right.
20.
Yeah, what were you there, Scary?
Why are you there?
Yeah.
Leave it to Scary to know about the problem with teen clubs.
You were the guy
Scary.
in the corner.
I used to back in the day.
Scary's the only
I
guy who
used to
gets fake ID that makes him look younger.
back in the day, I used to hold teen nights
And
on
now-
behalf of Z100.
Hold on. And now, Scary, with the problems of a teen club.
No.
Hey, little lady.
I hosted.
Can
a
I
teen
buy you a
night.
juice box?
Shut up! No, I'm not that guy. But
I got some gummies for you.
I'm sitting there. I'm talking to the club
Can I
owner.
get
and
a
he
ride
goes-
home with your
He goes,
mom?
yeah, I don't know if I could do this anymore. He goes because a 13-year-old really and the 17-year-old, we don't want them in the same room. And I agreed. I said that's a real problem.
Scary's the guy in the
same
corner
thing with high
selling the fun dip.
Scary at the bar. Hey, little lady, want to talk about Wizards of Waverly Place?
You guys,
Lollipops, children, lollipops.
try and make a
Lollipop
valid
for a
point.
lollipop.
I went to school with your parents.
I
The
know, but
same
Scary,
case could be made for middle school and high school. You don't want an 8th grader or 9th grader and with a 12th grader.
No
Sometimes they
one's
don't mesh.
disagreeing with you.
Scary fucking hates us right
Being
now.
in a teen club.
hey, guys,
Froggy.
Scary, we agree with you. It's just coming from you. I mean, your idea of a date with a girl is like she gets slimed. You know what I'm saying?
Green slime.
don't know.
Green slime.
Look, I've got chest hair. None of your friends have chest hair.
It's just an observation.
Scary, on a
that's
scale
all.
of 1 to 10, how bad do you hate us right now? Like 1 being not at all and 10 being I
On a
fucking
scale of
despise
1
you.
to 10, how old was she?
Almost 10, bro.
Scary, call your mom. Have her yell at Brody.
Yeah, right? She'll yell at me instead.
That's right.
Have it
Brody's
on
right.
time,
You should have
Froggy.
kids.
This
We're
has
over.
been the 16-minute morning show, which is older than Scary's dates at the teen club.
And what have we accomplished today? Abso-fucking-lutely
Yeah.
nothing.
No.
Hey, Elvis, Scary's mom told him to have kids. He just took it the wrong way.
Yeah. With that said, toodles.
Bye.
Hey.